Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. And welcome to the historic occasion for Concord University. Thank you guys for taking the time to be here with us. Today's Tower's grand reopening ceremony and the end of the renovation of the Tower's dormitories is a huge milestone in the journey of Concord University, and we're excited that you chose to be a part of it. Thank you very much. It is now my pleasure to introduce the president of Concord University, Dr. Kendra Boggess.
Thank you. Welcome. We are so glad to see all of you here today. You came to hear me, right? Not wait for prizes? No, I know. And cookies. We are so glad you're here. One of the things that I get to do, I get to work with a board of governors. The board of governors, they are my boss. And a lot of those folks that are on our board of governors lived in the Towers, and they were here when it opened. And they want to come tomorrow to find their old room and stand with the person who's living in their room now and do some selfies. So I'm not sure how many of them will show, but they are so excited about this dorm starting again. It's been a really good start to the semester, and we're thrilled that you no longer have to live with construction workers running through your place and the noise. And I have to say, you have been super, all of you and everybody else who's lived in the dorms. We haven't heard screaming and yelling about how difficult it is, but most of us have lived through renovation projects, not that much fun. Today, I went through, the president's office has a collection of yearbooks. They don't smell very good because they're so old, but in 1969, the first pictures of Towers showed up in the dorms. The next one in 1970, and I'm going to leave them out for you, there's some pictures of the Towers Men's Council, and every one of them were dressed, where's Jamie? Like Jamie. They were all dressed in suits and looking very, very proper. And I thought, boy, that was a different day and time to be sure. When this building was built 48 years ago, what do you think it cost to build both towers? Yes. Can you guess?
$5 million.
$5 million. You're close. $5.5 million. Do you know what this renovation cost?
13.
16 plus. And that's 48 years difference, and all we did, I mean, we didn't have to replace the steel is still good from the original building. We just took down the walls and we put in air conditioning, but some of the descriptions of it was that there would be a dining hall, and the fitness center was a dining hall for 500 people. It was supposed to be air conditioned. I'm not sure if that ever worked. There were lounges, there was a snack bar, there was a post office here, the lobby had air conditioning, and so I want to read you, just because I think you might have some familiar feelings with some of the things, the opinions of students on Towers. And this is from the Concordian, September 25th, 1969. I love it here, Sherry Compton says. T. Jones said, no water, no food, no elevator. Ben J. said, put some more vacuum cleaners on each floor. Bob Thicken said, they're all right now, but they need to be complete before they make us move in. Sound familiar? Randy Helmmiller said, they're not furnished, there are no beds, there's no chairs, no telephone, and a water shortage. So I hope we didn't put you through that. I'm hoping we didn't. Carolyn Bird said, it's nice, but I wish it was completed before we moved in. Said it's beautiful, but it's too bad the elevators don't work, and I live on the 9th floor. Carol Dragan said, I feel like I'm living in a beautiful hotel in which none of the elevators work. The carpeting in the bathrooms make it seem a little bit more homey. And the last one, except for the camping atmosphere, namely paper plates, plastic forks, makeshift toilet paper, etc., the towers are comfortable. When all the furnishings get here and they're installed, I'm sure the complaining will stop. So I hope you haven't had that kind of experience. I hope that also that the Concordian today will do some like opinions of you all so we can get a sense of what you think and maybe 50 years from now, another president will stand here and say, we renovated again, and this is what people said back in 2017. I wish you a great evening. I hope you win all the best prizes, and I hope you have a great, great semester and some terrific memories being made here in the newly renovated towers. Thank you.
Remarks on behalf of the Housing and Residence Life staff will be brought by Mr. Rick Dillon, Vice President of Administration and Associate Dean of Students.
Hi. I came to Concord in 1998. And the reason I say that is because around 1966, or 2 years before the towers began to be being built, the housing director here was Dale Geiger. When I came in 1998, the housing director was Dale Geiger. He was here for over 32 years. And so I became the second housing director at Concord. But 30 years after the towers were built, I already wanted to redo them. That was in 1998. Okay. So I'm going to say about 10 years later, and 2 presidents ago, I began discussions with Dr. Jerry Beasley, who was the then president of Concord, and had been president for a long time by then, in the hope of remodeling, refurbishing, doing something positive for the towers. And those discussions went on. We got a new president. The discussions continued with that president, and then we had an architect firm come in and give us some really small number to repair the towers. We chuckled, but I think it began us thinking about what is it going to take to repair the towers? I mean, how much money is it going to take? So those discussions continued on, and we eventually got architects who, if you come tomorrow night, you'll get to meet. Begin laying the groundwork for the renovations that you now see. And through all that time, you know, Billy Fraley's the housing director now, so I kept on moving up as my hopes for the towers kept on going in my mind to redo the towers. So finally, we got the money and we got the go-ahead, and the towers are finally renovated. And honestly, the contractor did a really fine job. They really weren't supposed to be done with this project until mid-November. That's 2 months from now. And we kind of went into it with that feeling we would make it work. About halfway through the project, they said that they could complete at least the rooms portion, the students portion, by check-in mid-August, or about 3 months earlier than they had anticipated being done. So we all held our breath and hoped for the best, and gave them every bit of help we could, and that actually happened. In fact, even the students who moved in early, we got their rooms done early if they weren't scheduled to be, so they could move in a little bit earlier than mid-August. So it has been a long dream for me that has come true, to bring suitable housing to you, you know, with a nice place to live, a place you can call home. It's been redone and remade, and happy you could be here to share it with us. I want to take a few moments to say the residence life staff, the RAs, the resident directors, Billy Fraley, the housing director. The job couldn't have been done, it couldn't have been done on time without them. It's just pure and simple. I can't tell you how much bedroom furniture, over how many weeks and months and years, they moved, removed, restored, removed again. lot of physical labor, because they were invested in the project being done and being done on time. And so they really deserve my thanks, and really your thanks, because they did such a wonderful job on your behalf. So I want to give them a hand, okay? And I really want to thank you for coming. Really enjoying the grand opening and tomorrow night's festivities. I'll see you soon.
Yeah.